I just thought I'd give you a quick video demo of a cool new guitar effects processor that just arrived with Andertons today. It's the hotly awaited Fender Mustang floor. So this is a floorboard version of the cool kind of modelling range of amplifiers that are currently available from Fender in their Mustang series. So I'm going to do just a quick sort of box opening, have a quick look at some of the features, play the first few presets through a little Fender amplifier down here, and then next week one of my colleagues is going to do a sort of a more in-depth review of this for you. So anyway, let's check it out. It's certainly nice and solid. It's all metal cased. Kind of liking the funky drilled expression pedal on the end here. We've got a free USB cable, I'll come to that in a minute, and a power supply with a mains lead here. So let's unwrap. Come closer. Okay, I've just powered it up. It's got a nice long mains lead with it, so can get that plugged in and still have the floorboard a reasonable way away from the mains. So what have we got here? I think it's pretty typical of a pro sort of spec floorboard. You can see we've got the two buttons here that do the bank up and down. We've got the buttons along the bottom here that are obviously going to change the preset that we're using. Like most of these things, it can be switched to work in a different mode, so that instead of these buttons here changing the presets, we can just get these buttons here to turn on and off individual effects. We've got a nice chunky expression pedal over the end here, and a little screen for doing editing, and it actually looks very much like the little Mustang combos. So essentially, if I want to edit the amp, I press the amp button and then I use the wheel to adjust the amp. So it's pretty cool, pretty easy to use. On the back we've got here, as I said, it's all metal. I'm surprised because it's not an expensive board, this one. So on the back we've got our guitar input. We've got an insert loop, so if you've got a favourite other pedal, like a drive pedal or something that you want to use in conjunction with this, you can. Auxiliary input for putting your iPod in, or any other backing tracks you want. Headphone socket for private practice, you know, late night. Stereo outputs, I'm just going to be using one of these to plug into a guitar amplifier. Level control. Balanced XLR outputs, pretty pro feature there if you're going to go straight into a desk or into a PA. USB, this is a low latency way of connecting this to your PC and using the free Fender Fuse download software to be able to either edit patches or actually record audio from this straight into your PC. There's an optional extra expression pedal if you want to double up on your expression pedal, so you can have like one set to wah and one set to volume all the time. And then we've got full MIDI in and out, as well as an on-off switch. So yeah, really impressed so far. This is a lot less money than a lot of the other floorboards on the market at the moment. So anyway, here's the spec. I'm just reading it straight off the back of the box here. So this will sound like a kind of terms and conditions advert for a credit card or something. So the spec is, we have a high fidelity DSP platform with pro quality amp models and effects. We have 100 onboard factory and user presets. We have 12 different amp models and 37 effects. Amp models can be bypassed for individual stompbox mode. Intuitive Mustang 3 control panel and LCD display. 9 foot switches and single solid aluminium treadle style control panel. Chromatic tuner. USB connectivity for high quality, low latency audio output and interface with free Fender Fuse software application. Fender Fuse software, free download with on-screen parameter control, deep editing, hidden parameters, preset exchange, unlimited preset storage, and easy firmware upgrades. And finally, the Fender Fuse community has additional free content from Fender, Fender artists, and other users, i.e. you. You'll be pleased to know, in a typical man way, I just thought I better just double check that this is set to be used with a guitar amplifier rather than a PA or something like that. And I thought I'll get the manual out, and then I thought no, I won't, I'm a man, I don't need the manual. So I guessed and pressed the utility button on the side here, and the first thing that came up was a little menu basically saying, what are you plugging into? Is it a stereo or a mono output? And so I said it's a mono output, and then I pressed the button again and it gave me a whole list of different things that I could be plugged into, combos, PAs, whatever. So that's cool. So I'm set now in the combo mode. Let's exit out of that. And the first patch, and as I said, I've done no editing here, I don't know what to expect. The first patch I'm getting is called Liquid Solo. Kind of fat sounding lead sound there. Just going to click to the next one. Whitechapel Heavy. Let's have a listen to some clean sounds. This should sound good. Yeah, a nice bit of reverb and maybe some compressed chorusy kind of sound there. What have we got next? Bassman Drive. I'm guessing this is kind of Stevie Ray Vaughan-y kind of. Pretty cool. British Steel. I like that. It's my favourite drive one so far, I think. Super Live Album. So these are all the presets. This is what you're going to get when you buy one of these. We got here. It's pretty quiet as well, you know, given how much gain I've got on some of these settings. It's not making a lot of background hum. Johnny Marr Clean. Johnny Marr, one of the kind of, you know, guys who's got his own Fender Jaguar this year, so I don't know any Johnny Marr stuff, but you should know that basically I have no reverb or anything coming from the amplifier. Everything you're hearing is just coming from the Fender Mustang. Tremolux. This is going to sound cool, I think. Probably lots of tremolo. Two champs, I'm reading this upside down, 2 champs in stereo. I guess this would work better if we actually had a stereo rig. Yeah, kind of like a vintage driven Fender, small Fender amp sort of sound. Oh, Purple Fuzz. This is the 10th one, so I'll make this the last one, and you'll have to tune back in next week to find out for the more in-depth review. Enough of that before I embarrass myself. There we go. I like it. So right now these things are selling for about £225 or something. So what's that? About the same price as buying 3 compact pedals or something like that. It's crazy, crazy value. So anyway, that was my little 5-minute whiz through it. Tune in next week and we'll show you some more.